So how did Azure start? Where did Azure start? I think that evolution is what we need to quickly talk, because that's the right thing to do. And we will go through the evolution process of cloud computing. So who started cloud? Who are those people? Where did all this conversation start by? So let me quickly go through. So first of all, you know, right? You know, we all know we have a scale of experience here, starting with 4 to 5 years to the highest 14, 15 years, and even 20 years. So if you look at the our scale of experience, right, we have been working on servers, but I don't think we have seen the servers physically. Some of us got a privilege of going and visiting a data center. Some of us have worked in the data centers. Can I ask you all one by one if anybody has been in that physical data center and worked there? Just a quick question. Anyone here? I got that opportunity twice. When I was in Accenture, there was one small data center in the same building itself. And when I was in HP, oh my God, there was a big floors and floors and floors and floors, one full building of data center that I have seen. And my first job also I've got, so I mean, 2 to 3 times, I was in the physical data center for multiple times in a year. So anybody, Subha, I think you should be having that exposure for sure. And others, sir?
But I have seen the data center.
Physically visited inside, went and...
Yeah, because my husband is working as a networking, both for the desktop support, everything. So I have gone to that company and see the data center.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. I got something on the chat too. Okay, nice. I will send the resume. What is that, Jyoti? I didn't get you, sir. Did I miss the joke there? Hey, Jyoti, we missed your introduction. We'll take it at the last.
Actually, someone said about, SQL DBA, who is from KDSSG, right? So I said I will send the resume.
You will send the resume. Okay. So Subha was saying it. Okay. Yeah. So yes, sir. And anybody worked on physical data centers? Please quickly just asking. Anybody got a chance to see physical data centers? I'm asking this question for a reason, sir. Quickly.
I didn't get a chance, Krishna.
Oh, okay, okay, nice. So, I mean, then in that case, just let's have a, some screenshots. Okay, even if you Google, by the way, sir, you Google for Amazon's data center on YouTube. Don't Google, go to YouTube. So, and or Google Amazon YouTube for Microsoft data center. You will see some very interesting and really organized data centers, and that's what we are seeing on the picture. So data centers was the first thing all the companies started establishing and storing their data, storing their servers. So data centers were good, sir. But this is a good version of the data center. We also have there's always a good, bad, and ugly. So I don't know how you want to categorize this, which one is ugly and which is bad, but there are many places data centers are managed this way also. I have personally seen bad data centers too. So anyways, now challenges are power management, consistent, continuous power supply is needed. Monitoring is a big problem, sir, because if you have thousands, and look at that, thousands and thousands and thousands, and look at this. I have seen something like this. I have seen physically something like this. Thousands and thousands of data servers, and monitoring them gets tough. Capacity planning, meaning have you reached capacity? How much space is left? How much servers you can add? So capacity planning is also a challenge. And a real-time report of events, meaning sir, in one of the racks, in one of the servers got crashed. For example, in this rack, in the enclosure, in the rack, fifth server got crashed. How will I know? It should be reported. So reporting is also an important point, and then obviously managing performance, network, and everything. So these are the challenges with managing physical data center. All companies are doing their, I'm not saying excellent job, but at least some companies are doing an excellent job. Some companies are improvising. Some companies are trying. We never know, sir. But managing a data center is always a pain in the butt for all the companies, which they are doing. And because they had no other options, they have to do. And then, sir, managing data center is one thing, and second is establishing high availability and disaster recovery. Maybe for log shipping purpose, maybe for mirroring purpose, maybe for clustering, replication, always on AG. We don't know, sir. For anything, for high availability purpose, or for disaster recovery purpose, for anything, or massive DRs in different locations, meaning across the globe having server data centers. So these are the phases that all companies went by. So first establishing data centers, after that establishing high availability and disaster recovery across the globe or in the same location, or a branch office and a head office. So these kind of setups were needed, which they did. But it was somehow getting tough. Lot of revenue, too much money. Infra is not a joke. Protecting themselves, security, assessments, asset management, compliance, rules, regulations. Keeping all this in mind, it was getting tough for the companies. And so after that, managing physical data centers, right? So physical data centers, they thought, what can we do to reduce our carbon footprint? Because it's too much of pollution, right? So see, if you watch the whole journey, right, what I'm trying to tell is, how did we come to this place called cloud? Initially physical data centers, then high availability and disaster recovery. After that, virtualization, key points, and then virtualization means VM creations rather than having. So a question to all of you: how much virtualization is your office environment? Meaning, how much is, if you are using on-prem servers, how much is virtual machines ratio to physical machines ratio? Nowadays, we always call it as 80-20, 60-40, 30-70. So it depends on company to company though. Anybody wants to share quickly if you're aware of your virtual VM to, so actually we also call it as VM to BM. VM means virtual machine, BM means bare metal. So what is your VM-BM ratio? Anybody is aware in your organization?
In our current project, 9:1 means 90% of virtual machines and 10% of physical machines.
90-10, 9:1. Okay, good.
It is because of reducing the cost.
Got it. So rather than too many physical machines, you opted for.
Yeah, it is very hard. Yeah, it is very hard to means adding the disks also. It is very hard for physical machines.
That's the machines is easy. Upgrading is also easy. So you have VMware or Hyper-V, or what is that solution you're using?
VMware is the good method.
ESX host.
Yeah.
Thank you, Suresh. Giri, you're saying something?
Yeah, Kerry, we have only 2 servers, physical servers. Rest of the servers are all VMs.
Well, okay. So everyone. So if you heard the answers, nowadays many companies are doing virtual to machine to VM to BM ratio is like 90-10, 80-20, 80 and 20 also. Sometimes 70-30. So we're not generalizing any numbers here, but you will see this in the organizations. Okay, done. So that means a world shifted from normal data centers to virtualization. World shifted. It's like a thought process change, cost savings, carbon footprint reduction. A lot of advantages are there. So virtualization started playing a very, 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 very important role, sir. And as you can see now, one hardware, huge hardware, high-end hardware, sir. I'm sorry, a Microsoft fan here. I heartfully can't put VMware product on the screen. So I put Hypervisor. Hypervisor is a Microsoft product, competitor to VMware. And you can create multiple virtual machines with a physical machine base. So one physical machine, one big server, then number of virtual machines to your application teams. Okay, sir? That's another concept. And by the way, 1 minute. Very important point. Virtualization came an important role. So in virtualization, right? Jyotishwar will come to me and say, hey, KD, I want a virtual machine with this much of CPUs, 4 CPUs or 8 CPUs or 16 or 32 or 64 CPUs. And I want a RAM of 20, 30, 40 GB. And I want a storage of a hard disk of 10 terabyte. So if Jyotishwar tells me a requirement like this, I will go and create a virtual machine and give them. I'm talking about my office environment. So I need to ask my Windows team, you all do the same, we all do the same, right? 2 minutes, please, before we go further. Just 2 minutes. So look at this. I have Oracle VirtualBox. It's also one product. I have it on my screen. So yeah, look at this one. So I have a VM. I created a VM. and I can create one more VM. So as we can create one more VM and just create a KD-VM2. Just showing you, so nothing much. This is how companies create virtual machine. Not so easy, but they also create. Which operating system do you want? Windows or Linux or whatever you want, you can pick. So Microsoft, Windows, Linux, whichever operating system, Windows. And then let me pick Windows 2016 or 2019, whatever you like. And CD, operating system series, Windows 2019. Okay. And or I can select this later also, nothing like that. So 1 minute, sir. Let me create again. Not wasting time, just bear with me. KD-VM2. Okay, Microsoft Windows 2019. I'll hit next. RAM how much you want? 2 GB. CPUs, how much you want? I want 4 CPUs. You can pick what you want. And hard disk is 50 GB. I'm hitting next and click on finish, and the VM is ready. See, and then again start the VM. And when you start the VM, it will ask you to provide the CD. You have to install the operating system. Everything you have to do on your own. So this is how a virtual machine is built. Any questions anybody have quickly? It's asking for a CD, sir. I have a 2019 CD and I'll mount and retry reboot. Now machine will start. Sir. Operating system is loading. I have to install the operating system. My VM is ready in 5-10 minutes or half an hour. Any questions, sir?
Deepak, this cloning is also similar to like this only, or it is different?
Once a VM is created, you can establish and do the cloning process that you want. Cloning is making a copy of your VM. So we can do that if you intend. Next one. So what I'm saying ideally is that in my laptop itself, I could create, see, I'm deleting the VM as well. So I could create VMs in real environments. In real environment, also you can obviously create virtual machines like this. But only difference will be in real environment, your Windows team will be doing. Here I'm just showing for fun, sir, just like that. So virtual machines is this is what is the virtual machine concept really. Okay, done. So 1 minute, let's go fast. Now, sir, after virtualization got into a big boom and people started loving virtualization, so the next game started. People started asking, hey, I want virtual machine. I want this much CPU. I want this much. So meaning people started giving value for resources, CPU, memory, IO, 3 things. CPU, memory, storage have got a huge craze. Resources. In every company, sir, I want this much CPU, this much memory, this much hard disk, 1 VM ready. This much CPU, this much memory, this much hard disk, 1 more VM ready. So that's how people started talking. And when this conversation started, sir, one great mastermind got an idea. Why not I sell this CPU, memory, hard disk? And they let them use and let them pay me for an hour, or hour basis or monthly basis or whatever. Who's that, sir?
Microsoft?
No, Microsoft came into cloud game much later.
Amazon?
Correct. So Amazon was the first company who thought through this, and Jeff Bezos was the brain mastermind. The star of Amazon turned after that. So Amazon was the first company who really thought of a business model behind this, and they started this off. Okay, anyways, after that, see, CPU, memory, IO, hard disk, whatever you want, you can pick. So that's where once resources started gaining value, cloud computing also started gaining value, and people started selling the products. First, Amazon came into the game, sir. Rest all companies came into the game later. Any questions anybody have? Fast. I'll go a little faster, looking at the time.
So Amazon has been started this cloud computing.
200%. Amazon is the first company. But sir, I have a small history behind it. If you all are okay, can I go out of this box for some time?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll show the story of who started it. Just bear with me. I'm loading. Just bear with me. There you go. Sir, you all asked a question, right? Content related question. So Subha and Mahi. So this is how it would be, sir. And see, talking about cloud infrastructure, whatever we are discussing, right? That you will find in the content. Got it? So if you want to read it through, it's easy. You will find it in one place rather than going and referring to the video and all that. Yeah. So this is what I wanted you all to read. The first of all, the first cloud computing conversation or in the organizations, evolution of cloud, right? This all goes back to 1950s. 1950s. So these are the companies which are in the cloud market. So you Google, you'll also find all this. So Amazon was the first company to start the cloud business. And did you notice here what were they selling? Here. EC2. EC2 machine means CPU. So EC2, Elastic Cloud Compute, virtual machines in simple words. Amazon called it virtual machines. In 2006, Amazon started selling the virtual machines to people. And did you see one more thing what they're selling? Simple storage service, S3. S3 is also one storage, the hard disks. So VMs and hard disks is what Amazon was selling in 2006. And before Amazon, by the way, Salesforce was also, so one important point to all of you to be noted. Of course, Amazon started the selling of virtual machines, hard disk and all. But before that, say in 1999 itself, Salesforce was the first company which was launching, they launched the first cloud services, but not virtual machine, not storage. Salesforce had their own data related cloud products. So again, cloud computing is the latest and the greatest technology, started in the year 2006. If you really look at the history, and sir, of course, the fundamentals, the concepts and all goes back to 1960s. And 1 minute, all of you, I hope you're seeing it. John McCarthy is considered as father of cloud. John McCarthy is considered as the father of cloud because he introduced a concept called mainframe in mainframe systems, IBM mainframe systems, a concept called time sharing. Time sharing in the sense that, people will share the time and use those resources of the mainframe. And that would give them a cost advantage and implementation advantage to use. So John McCarthy was the first guy ideally, and that's why he's called as father of cloud. And luckily, sir, cloud has not one father, but multiple fathers on a positive way. You will see different fathers of cloud. So if you can see here, first one is John McCarthy in the right order. John McCarthy, the first person. Second is JCR Licklider. He is also kind of coined as a father of cloud. The reasons, he is the man behind computer networking, because cloud requires communications and networking, right? So he is also kind of considered among the fathers of cloud. And then, sir, John Kemeny and Thomas Kurtz. They are all the people who are also involved in mainframe time sharing system, which I told you. So overall, I mean, if you really Google and find the past research, these are the people who will be seeing as fathers of cloud. But one thing, so let's go back. Yeah. So the word cloud computing, the word called cloud computing was actually suggested and given by Ramnath Chellappa. He is, obviously by the name you can find out who it is, an Indian. And 1970s, sir, virtualization started. And then people started selling VMs and all that. So see the evolution, sir. See how things got changed. www website also was launched. Internet was launched in 1970s, and after virtualization. So virtualization started in 1970, and then Ramnath Chellappa gave this word called cloud computing, and then Amazon started EC2 and simple storage, S3 storage, and after that other companies joined the cloud. This is the history of cloud. Any questions first? Today we are sharing the cloud resources, right? So we are sharing with different people. in those days, they used to call it time sharing. Other than that, nothing great in time sharing option. Now, 1 minute, 1 minute. So 2006 August month, Amazon started the cloud services, and they launched it at that time. So the moment they launched it, you should look at this slide also, the screen also, everyone, please watch. So after Amazon launched in 2006, immediately 2008 Rackspace came into picture. I'm sure you're aware of Rackspace company. I hope everybody would be aware. If not, sir, you should be aware, because it's one of the famous server provider. Servers is what they sell. You can purchase servers. They will host the server. So Rackspace already launched. VMware also tried to launch the vCloud, their own cloud. SoftLayer came into picture. Did you see when did Azure came into picture? When was Azure launched? 2010, sir. So 2006 was Amazon. 2010 Microsoft Azure, Windows Azure. First they called it as Windows Azure. Now they are calling it Microsoft Azure. But Azure launched in 2010. So there's a gap of 4 years. In 4 years, Amazon like sweep the market. Even now there are so many companies, sir, because from the beginning they are with Amazon, they are not able to move out. That competitive advantage will be there at who starts first, and the years of experience is also what people will see. So Amazon got that advantage. Any questions, sir? Being silent is like, I will not get the kickoff. So all good. Any questions?
No.
And sir, Google joined later, IBM joined, Dell joined. All these companies are also competing. Today we got to know that even T-Systems is getting into the race. Nice. So
And we have Mongo also in cloud. There is MongoDB Atlas.
now almost everybody are coming up. Oracle has also come into cloud, right, Ambika? So Oracle cloud is there. So now there are so many players, players.
Oracle cloud is also there. I didn't know.
Yeah. Oracle cloud is there. China cloud. Ali cloud is also there. So yeah, so Ali cloud. I mean, again, Chinese customers are preferring to use China cloud, Ali cloud. Can't call it China cloud, so bad of me. So Ali cloud, and there are many more. I mean, if you Google, will find the complete list of cloud providers online. So and anyways, before we go there, sir, I want you to let's talk about Azure started when. Okay, sir. This is a small story we should know because it's Azure is our space. So the moment AWS launched Azure in what was this? So sorry. The moment AWS launched in 2006, what is that? EC2 and S3, right? These two features they started selling. So Microsoft also got into the market immediately in 2008 itself. Their research activity. They saw like, oh my God, this is a huge business space, business opportunity. Like Amazon has already grabbed it. We will also join. In 2008, sir, first CTP, Community Technology Preview, .NET Core, code, blobs and queues and tables are nothing but storage, by the way. So Microsoft 2008 was into storage. They did not launch to customers. They were doing some testings and all. 2009, they worked on further. 2009, again, they worked on many things. They started developing everything properly. So Jan 2010, Azure goes live. So they were working on this project all these years. So that means they wanted to come with a robust and sophisticated solution. So yeah, in 4 years, Amazon already swept the market. Any questions? Okay.
Yeah, Gedi. I heard that Azure is having some issues where AWS is not. In my environment also, they first tried Azure, and since it is not working for them, they moved to AWS cloud something. So
any specific issue that they pointed to, sir? Did you hear about it?
No. I don't know the issues. Someone from our group also spoke about that. Azure is having some issue, and 2 months they worked with Microsoft, and
No, that was a different. It's a technical challenges that they had. So they were talking about a different issue, certificate related issue. So no. So one thing, please. Of course, Azure has issues, and none of the cloud providers are perfect. None of the cloud providers are perfect. Sir. Amazon has too many issues. Even recently, East US data center of Amazon got down, sir. Recently. So No, we struggled. And recently Microsoft Teams and Outlook also went down very recently, like, a month or 2 months before. You might be knowing your Teams would have
Yes.
not worked. So, yes, the cloud journey is going on smooth, good. But sir, there would be always imperfections next to a perfection. So yeah, they are making it better. But sir, that's not a that's a false claim is what I would say, that it's not working. But because comparatively, let me go to further slides, you will see. And Microsoft has got good number of services today compared to Amazon. Amazon had 250 plus services. We have 230 services plus today. So we really, okay, let me show something, sir. You will see it in a few minutes. But that's kind of a completely blunt opinion, sir. Like things don't work in Azure space. I don't know what that error or something, some challenge your company had. If you can talk, we can have a conversation later. Or if you can inquire and talk also, we can have a conversation. So all of you,
Sure.
this is a valuable information, sir. Please watch here. Azure was announced in October 2008, as we already saw. Announced, not released. But officially, they gave Project Red Dog. Sir, the code name for Azure was Project Red Dog. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. And then released in February 1st, 2020, Microsoft, it's called as Windows Azure. And later on, they changed it as Microsoft Azure in 2014. So the benchmark years are 2010, 2014. Remember these two. No need to remember the dates, but 2010 Windows Azure was launched. In 2014, Microsoft Azure has been formed. That's also cloud computing already I said. And yeah, now it's time to go back to the slides once and quickly finish the slides for today. It's a few more minutes. We still have another half an hour left for the session to finish. So types of clouds. There are three fundamental types of clouds here. So in simple words, we'll talk, okay? Not to make it complex at all. Private clouds. I want everybody's attention, please. I don't know if you're listening or not. You're not on camera. I can't tell. So there are three types of clouds mainly. Private cloud. First of all, cloud means a data center. Not managed by your company or maybe managed by your company. I'm not trying to confuse anybody, sir. Please listen. See, look at this setup, sir. Private cloud, public cloud. First of all, what is cloud, sir? As per Ramnath Chellappa, what is cloud?
Storage.
It's a data center.
Yeah.
That's it. Sir, I would want to take the privilege of playing a small, very, 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 very small video. But before playing that video, sir, I might have to stop the screen share and then reshare with sound to all of you. And let me know if you're seeing this.
Let's talk clouds. No, not those clouds. I'm talking about cloud computing. Like, what are clouds? What makes them better than computing BC? That's before clouds. What are the major types of clouds? And how might you best use each type based on your needs? Let's start with what a cloud is. All clouds are data centers.
Very fundamental. All clouds are data centers. Clearly said, lock it, seal it, fix it.
Or multiple data centers.
One data center or multiple data centers present across the globe or one country or wherever.
Made up of compute and storage resources connected by a network.
So it contains compute, meaning CPU, memory, hard disks and all, and then storage, and then all are connected by a very powerful and strong network. Very, very important. So storage, this one, a network is very important, and computes, the CPU, memory, IO. Sorry, not IO. IO is at the bottom. CPU and memory.
But what
So CPU, memory, IO, network. Four things are very, very crucial for a cloud.
makes a data center a cloud is that all of those resources are virtualized into one big giant shared pool of resources.
So if you heard the definition again, I'm sorry, I can play and leave it, sir. You would hear it as well. But I'm just a little concerned that the sentences should not miss. That's why I'm pausing and talking. So what the person said, if you would want to hear
Is
again.
connected by a network. But what makes a data center a cloud is that all of those resources are virtualized into one big giant shared pool of resources.
So what makes a data center a cloud? Normally I have data center, but I might have a data center of my own. But what makes it a cloud is, look at that, sir. What makes it a cloud is by it's a giant pool. Giant means thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands or lakhs of virtual machines. Everything is a virtual machine. It's not physical. Nowadays, physical data centers also have come, but mostly it's virtual. Physical servers are also there. By the way, sir, if Jyoti wants to purchase a physical server from Microsoft, it will be in Microsoft Office only, but he can access from his location. So he has to pay more money. That's all. If I am happy with virtual machine, I will use virtual machine. If I want physical machine, I can purchase a physical machine also, sir. But they will manage, and I have to pay the monthly basis how much ever it is. So you will see that. Just pay.
Which can be intelligently and automatically orchestrated. And that means it can adapt to meet the ever-changing needs of your apps and the ever-changing utilization and availability of each resource. And that's why clouds are awesome. Today's clouds are smart, automated, and adaptive. Apps can be deployed far more quickly without custom provisioning boxes.
Sir, the biggest challenge with all of us, right, sir? You know it, I know it, right? If you want to build a database, first you have to ask your Windows team, SQL Server and all that. And your Windows team must purchase one physical. So I'm talking about physical servers, okay? Your Windows team must purchase a physical server. How much time will it take to purchase a physical server, sir? Ideally, purchasing time. Month, 2 months, sometimes 3 months, depending on your company purchase order lineup, pending purchase orders. So 3 months you have to wait for the server to come. Then again, Windows team will format the server, install the operating system. Then you will install SQL Server. Come on, so what nonsense are we talking about? It's going to take a lot of time. So physical machines, no. Then virtual machine. Ask Windows team. Windows team will build a virtual machine, add Windows to that, firewall and everything, and then you can install. But wait, sir, that is also a problem. Why? Because it will take at least a week. Can I ask you all a simple question? You all are SQL Server DBs. How much time does your Windows team take to build a VM and install operating system, patches and everything, and then give it to you? Add it to the domain and then give it to you. So how much time your Windows team will take? Ideally.
More than 1 month sometimes.
A month, okay, good, sir, but that's too much of time, but still a month, because considering all the approvals, building, their current queue. Okay,
and a lot of approvals as well. Budget.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm seeing some chat answer that 2 weeks, Mahesh says. Okay, so again, so 2 weeks to 1 month, definitely. 1 week, 1 day, 2 day, impossible, right? So that is where the gap started forming, sir. People were not happy. They wanted something on the cloud which can be built in minutes, sometimes seconds. Seconds are containers. We will talk about. So container concept is a lovely concept, sir. A SQL DBA must know containers. We will talk about it shortly. But leaving container concept aside, it's a virtual machine. So in Azure, you can build it in minutes. Of course, approval is needed, sir. If approval is there, build in minutes, ready. And you will see it when we do the demos. So anyway, sir, and then putting applications is also easy, sir. So it's good for infrastructure team can build and quickly and give to customer. Application teams. Application can build their applications quickly. So this will really improve productivity and timelines in your company. So that is why clouds have become famous. And
boxes. And once deployed, those apps can dynamically scale on demand.
So the best part about cloud is scaling. So scaling up, scaling down is what we call. I will talk about scaling concept later. But scaling is a biggest asset of clouds, all the clouds. So you can scale as much as you want. The capacities are enormous. Jyoti, you have one server now, you wanted 90 more servers. As Rama said, 1 month in his company. Mahesh said 2 weeks in his company. So Mahesh, what if you ask 100 servers to your Windows team, sir? How much time do you think? In 2 weeks, can they deliver 100 servers?
No, they won't.
Definitely not, right? So that is also a second challenge, sir. So scale, when you ask for scale, when you ask for more servers, right? Impossible for them to give. So that is the reason why this is also a success in cloud. So scaling is like, let's say, buy hath ka khel, right? It's just easy. So you can do, sir. You can do on the cloud space. We will talk about that.
Resource issues like congestion or failure can be resolved automatically. Quite simply, clouds can be more efficient and cost-effective than
so nothing to talk here. Clouds are cloud data center. Efficiency is high, cost is limited comparative to physical data centers. In physical data center, cost is extremely high. Whether you use or not, you have to pay. You use or not, you have to pay for your infrastructure. Power charges cannot stop. Nothing will stop. Employee, nothing will stop. So everything has to be going on. Efficiency could be less, cost can be high. Cloud, definitely efficiency will be high, and cloud cost can be less, and cost can be more also, depending on what you are selecting.
Additional data centers. So
why they gave one there is because it depends on what servers you are choosing. Cheap, smartly done. Cheap service means you'll get less cost. Costly service means you'll get more cost.
let's take a closer look at each type of cloud and which type might be the best for your needs. We'll start with public clouds. They're what most people think of when they talk about the cloud. What makes them public is that they are hosted by a cloud service provider who rents space on the cloud to their many customers. Or
So I think I don't need to tell you anything. So a public cloud means it is shared by many people, shared among many people, shared by many people. So obviously the cost will come down. It could be electricity, it could be examples that you have, some broadband usage. So dedicated broadband, broadband is a classic example, sir. We all are using, now we all are connected because each one of us in our house are using broadband. Anybody in the class right now using leased line services, meaning you will also get a dedicated internet connection to your house, sir. Dedicated means dedicated, meaning you will get that speed. If they say 1 Gbps, it will be 1 Gbps. For us, if they say 1 Gbps, it is shared among many people in this area. So it will come down. It will definitely be shared among others. So you will not see that speed. Nobody guarantees that speed. So what I'm technically telling you all is that if you put dedicated internet to your house, leased line, you have to pay per month, if I'm not wrong, 10 to 12,000. And in a year, you pay 1.5 lakh. It's too much of cost, sir. Dedicated one. That is a private, exclusively you're taking to your house because you want that speed at any cost. You're okay to invest money. So dedicated, so leased lines, you have to pay more. Broadband services, shared broadband services, you pay less, right? That's all I'm saying, sir. So that is public cloud. Shared broadband is like a public cloud. Broadband, you use at house is a public cloud.
tenants. Those tenants generally only pay for services they actually use, much like how we consume electricity as a service for our energy needs. Public clouds let you offload management where you don't mind giving up some control. That's why they're a popular choice for hosting everyday apps like email, customer relationship management, HR.
Sir, I mean, you all are smart enough, you know it. Collaboration means Teams, Teams chats and all, email, Outlook services, webs, internal websites of the company, HR. So even now the website that we are going to build, right, KDSSG website where you will see content and all that, that is also a cloud solution, right? It's hosted somewhere in Google Cloud, right? It's public cloud, so it's in public. People are sharing. I can share with anybody on the internet. I can share with limited few of you. So like that, sir. So CRM of the company. So all companies mostly use public cloud for not very company intense crucial stuff, but mostly for all the collab tools, emails, chat, web, HR, Workday, all that kind of stuff. Workday you can access from anywhere, right? You can log into your company's Workday from anywhere. You can go to your company's email from anywhere. You can go to your Teams from anywhere. You can join from your phone. You can join from your laptop. What does that mean, sir? Those all are kept in the public cloud mostly.
And other business support apps. Private clouds are next. They're private because they only have one tenant. You get all the goodness of a cloud, but you can control and customize it to fit your needs.
So private cloud, you have more controls, sir. You can customize as per your needs, but control is more with you. That kind of advantages your private cloud
needs. And that control is why many companies are migrating their data centers to private clouds to run core business apps that provide unique competitive advantages like research, manufacturing, supply chain management, and more.
So look at that main thing, supply chain management of the company, ERP, enterprise resource planning, R&D, research and development data of the company, analytics, BI. Oh my God, all crucial stuff is in the private cloud. That means they need to protect their stuff in the private, but they don't keep it in the public cloud for any reason.
Finally, there are hybrid cloud environments. They're hybrid because they're a combo of both public and private clouds. You get all the...
I don't think I'm playing a video, please. This video is very detailed and it's a nice self-explanatory. I can put it on the slides also, but the point is that wantedly I'm playing videos. This is the only video you'll be seeing. After that, it's all content itself.
Benefits of both and more, like the ability to create new, innovative apps with uncertain demand. Apps you can deploy on your private cloud, which can burst to the public cloud.
So the best way of representing a hybrid cloud. So see, today I'm a new startup. Okay, I'm a startup. I designed one app, sir. I don't know that app will be a successful app or not, sir. I don't know. So I'm doing some testing. So I kept it private. I kept that app in my application in my private cloud, meaning my own company's data center. Okay, Azure. I have a data center, small data center. In my data center, I have hosted the application. So people started accessing. Suddenly, the word of mouth started spreading. My app started becoming famous, and the millions and millions of people started coming up to my app and make registrations. So I didn't expect this sudden load. So when I have such a sudden load, what I can do, sir, I can create copies of my app and keep it in the public cloud. So whenever I have demand more, I will keep it. Now later on, sir, a month later, again, my demand reduced. A month later, my demand reduced. So I am a shopping, I don't know. I'm a travel website. Okay, I'm a travel website. Mostly people do travels at what time? Dussehra holidays, kids holidays time, right? Festive, or maybe Diwali, or maybe year-end Christmas holidays and all. So those are my peak periods, right? Remaining all period is my dull period, sir. So why should I purchase? I have 10 servers in my office location. I know demand is coming up. Because demand is coming, shall I purchase 10 more servers and waste my money here? Come on, sir. Think practically once. It makes ridiculously no sense, right?
Yeah.
10 servers, I will keep 10 servers only, sir. I will purchase Azure virtual machines or AWS EC2 machines, build copies of my application and keep access, sir. And whenever I have demand, I will use them. When I don't have demand, I will release them.
During demand spikes. So there you go.
You got the point, right, sir? So hybrid cloud means I have my own data center, plus I'm using Microsoft or Amazon services also. So that's hybrid, combination of private and public, sir. When you have uncertain demands, you go for hybrid clouds. Mostly all companies either go for public cloud, either go for private cloud, or some smart folks go for hybrid cloud. That's all, sir. I don't want to bore any of you more. With this, the video is done. And let me go to the slides and quickly finish a nice conversation, sir. So look at this. First one, what was that, sir? Private cloud, right? In private cloud, look at this, sir. Two scenarios are there. Very, very important scenarios to note. First one, sir. Look at this private cloud scenario. Scenario number one. My office, my company has got one data center. All these are my servers. Okay. And in my branch office, in another location, I have some more servers. So this is also called as private cloud. Sir, if I am not wrong, 200% everybody in this room, if your company is using Azure, Amazon, if they are not using also, all of us are on private cloud. Yes or no? Your companies have data centers, sir. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Anybody here without a data center, 100% reliant on Azure or AWS itself? Anybody here?
No.
Mostly not.
The data they need to keep secret.
Yeah, some data we have to keep it ourselves in our company, in our environment, not outside hosted. So anybody here, sir, anybody with that plan here, with your company following that strategy? No on-premises, no data center at all, then that becomes second scenario. In second scenario, sir, your customer will not have any infrastructure, no servers, nothing. Entire servers will be in hosting provider, meaning like Amazon or AWS or anywhere, sir. The hosting provider will have the complete servers. That is also called as private cloud. This is also called as private cloud. You host your own servers. You keep your own servers. It is also, by the way, sir, I don't know, how can I show you? But next to me, I have a server here. I have a big server. I use it sometimes for my demos. So I have a server here. So what is that? It's a private cloud. Of course, I can call it private cloud. Why? I have my own data center, a small one though. I'm managing my own server. Whenever I want more virtual machines, I'll go to Azure and borrow and create. So mine is a hybrid environment here. So private cloud means your own data center is also private cloud itself. So if I go to Oracle VirtualBox on my desktop and create my VMs, can I call this private cloud or not?
Yeah, private cloud only.
My laptop, sir. My laptop is the hosting provider. My laptop hosts all the virtual machines. 200% it is a private cloud. And if I host it on my Azure, in my server, which is next to me, so my tower server here, that is also a private.
Private.
Yeah. So private cloud means your company manages your own data center. So everyone, tomorrow you can say that, hey, I'm supporting private cloud of my company. Fine. Correct only, sir. I am supporting private cloud of my company. That's a correct terminology, sir. Or no, my company keeps all the virtual machines, everything in Amazon location or AWS location or Azure location. So that's it. That is second scenario. Any questions? If no questions, I'm moving on, sir. Have you understood what is private cloud? Manage your own service or keep it in Amazon or AWS or Google or Oracle, whatever cloud, or T-Systems cloud.
I think own. Private is an own.
Private is your own. If not, it is hosted somewhere else. Huh? That's perfect. So next one, sir, public cloud. Public cloud means, sorry, you can't host yours. Sir. Public cloud means, so everyone, we will be doing this demos starting next week. So I can go to portal.azure.com. That means first I should be a registered member. First, I should be a registered member of Azure. Sir. If I am a registered member of Azure, I can go and create a virtual machine in the Azure cloud. That means that this is public cloud. Sir. This is absolutely public cloud. So I'm going and creating an Azure virtual machine in the Azure. I'm not doing now. I'm showing you all. You can create virtual machines here. So this is public. So this is public cloud because I can also create. If Jyoti creates a subscription, Jyoti also can create. And if Ambika creates her subscription, she can also create. Anybody creates a subscription, you can go and create. So again, I'm not boring you more. I'm moving fast. So that's also. This is all about public cloud. Public cloud means shared. So one small difference between public cloud and private cloud. So in private cloud, it will take a lot of time. If you want to scale, you want more servers in private cloud, it's tough. Yes or no? So private cloud has two scenarios, right? What is the first scenario, sir? Your company's own data center. You want 50 more servers. Is it tough or not?
It is.
Yes. And sir, and if you go for private cloud, second scenario, Microsoft is having. So you are a private cloud customer. Private cloud, not shared with everyone. Private cloud means Microsoft would have already done some planning for you. Oh, this guy is a valuable customer, costly customer. Let me give him this rack. This rack is for Subha's company. This rack. Now you are asking 5 more racks. Sir. Microsoft cannot give you just like that, sir. No. They have to plan. Oh, this rack is Subha's. Okay, now he wants 5 more. Oops. Subha, can you give us 3 weeks of time or 1 month of time? We will provide you that. But sir, look at that. That always remember, sir, private cloud you will request. They will approve. Manually, somebody has to allocate more space, access, installation, finish. It will take time. Public clouds, and you ask it and you have it. That's the power of public clouds. You ask it and you have it in seconds, minutes. Okay, that's all, sir. And last one is hybrid combination of both. Beyond private, whenever you want public, add servers from public. That's a hybrid cloud. Now, sir, which company uses what? I am not here to decide that. You know your organization will be doing what. Just talk to your office, your seniors or somebody, if cloud is there. Thank you, Jyoti, remember to drink water.
Okay, I have a question. How can we know that which machine is on cloud, which machine is on premises?
Good, sir. So that discussion also we have when we do the demo part.
Okay.
So that one question I'll also put to you all, like there's a VM. Is this a virtual machine or is it a normal VM of your company or is it a cloud VM? So how to find out? There's a small PowerShell script that you have to run, sir, which will tell you the source of the machine. It is coming from there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And in which scenario we can go for private and public and hybrid?
So that is an architectural decision your company has to make. So see, that's totally an architectural decision your company has to make. So in which scenarios we have to go for private cloud? So scenarios are on the screen right now. These are the scenarios when we go for private cloud. First one, pre-existing investments. Sir, last month itself, my company invested on a physical data center. So physically we have set up, invested crores and crores of dollars, and we have invested dollars or rupees or whatever currency. So we invested in configured data center just last month. Now cloud is booming, sir. That doesn't mean that I'll jump into cloud and ignore this money. Definitely not. We already made a pre-existing investment. This warranty is there for 3 years, sir. For 3 years, I cannot jump into cloud directly. So I will stay private. Any new requirement comes, sir, that I will go for public cloud. But whatever is currently there, I will keep it. So pre-existing investment. Second one, sir, your company has legacy applications. So one problem, clouds starting, right? In Azure, if you go, minimum starting operating system today is Windows 2012. Windows 2008 R2 is not supported. Windows 2003 is not supported. So a lot of operating Windows 2000 is out. Anyways, no conceptual discussion. So if your company has legacy applications, you can't go to complete hosting providers location. You have to go for private cloud. And sir, your company has some bank. If you're a bank and you have data sovereignty rules, you will keep your data sovereignty rules in your, meaning sir, to satisfy the government rules, you will keep data in your office location itself. You can't go out. You have compliance rules to meet. HIPAA compliance, sir. For example, healthcare industry, anybody working from healthcare will know what is HIPAA. So HIPAA compliance says that your company's data should be masked, protected, kept in the same location, can't store in another location. All these rules HIPAA says.
We are working on that, KD. I'm working on finance sector, so we are working on data masking.
Right, sir. So I'm masking, and plus second thing is storing that data in the specific country's location itself, not bypassing the borders. So it is all subject to be. So again, I'm coming back to the point. One question, I'm giving a long answer. I'm so sorry, but Srini, this is it, sir. These are the reasons why companies opt for private. Meaning private cloud means your own data center.
Yeah, okay.
Now, when do you go for public cloud? Again, these are sir. So you want automation. Fast. You want everything fast. Impatient people. You build, ask a VM, you want a VM. And sir, you want a geographically dispersed support, meaning across the globe, wherever you want to create a VM, you should be able to create. Microsoft provides data centers in 60 plus regions, sir. 140 countries they have, 60 plus regions they have, 200 plus data centers they have. So such a wonderful setup you have. It's easy if you go for public cloud. Okay, sir. And you want applications on the cloud itself directly, you can go for it. No upfront investment. No need to spend any money upfront. You can invest later, sir. It's a complete solution available on the cloud. So then you go for public cloud. Hybrid combination of both. That's all, sir. Sir, I'll take 10 minutes and then we will close the class. Sorry for going long, but sir, types of cloud also we will complete today. And from next Saturday onwards, we will start infrastructure class directly. So first of all, before going for infrastructure, this is one more slide I would want to finish. Yeah? So if it's a private cloud, your own company managed, everything is under your control, right? So network is under your control. Storage is under your control. Servers are under your control. Virtualization, VMware is under your control. Operating system is under your control. Middleware, runtime, applications, data. So everything is under your control. So you control your servers in your company's location. That is private cloud. Yes or no? Or even if it is not in your company's location, sir, though it's in Microsoft's location, you have paid Microsoft more and you want full control, Microsoft will give you the complete control. Yes or no, sir?
Yes.
It's your servers managed in your location or your servers managed in Microsoft location. You're paying more money for it. So it's your property, your asset, yours, and you can always you can customize it and do whatever you want with it. That's your choice. So in private cloud, you have full control. Huh? Now 1 minute. If I go for public cloud, if I go for Microsoft public cloud, what Microsoft is giving, right, sir? There we have 3 types of products. Sir, I'll go to virtual machines. Just give me Google. You also Google, sir. Azure Directory Services. Sir. If you or simply say Azure Services. Just Google for Azure Services. I'm requesting all of you to do it. You will get directory of Microsoft Azure Services directly, a list. So here is the complete list of services. AI plus machine learning, analytics, compute, containers, databases, developer tools, DevOps, hybrid, identity, integration, IoT, maintenance and governance, media, migration, mixed reality, mobile, networking, security, storage, VDI, and then webs. These are the different categories of services available. And if you go, I'll click on compute. Why I'm clicking on compute is because under compute, we have virtual machines. Yes or no? Yeah. So now, under compute category, I have virtual machines. So what is it? So virtual machine is a service. If anybody has patience, okay, after class, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you count, sir. you count all the services here, you will find somewhere around 230 or something, 225 or 228 something. Okay, did you count? You can count. Microsoft has never mentioned anywhere the number, but if you count, you will get to see all that stuff. So that means all these are services in the cloud. So by the way, everything in Azure is called as service itself. Everything in Azure is service. Everything in AWS is also service. You should call it services. Let me go to AWS. Go to AWS services. And if you go to AWS website, this is cloud computing. I'm so sorry. Go to AWS website, sir. Just bear with me. Go to products. Go to products. This is a compute, storage, database. Same thing, right? Categories. They are top categories. So you will see all the categories here and click on the category and you will see the service. So here, are they calling it service or not? Yes, it is service. So look at that. So all the product categories here, left hand side. Blockchain, which is not there in AWS, Azure. No, we have, sir. We have. So IoT, we have. So mostly you will see that common. So names might change here and there, nothing more. So everything is a service in Azure. Am I clear? Now, sir, all the services that you have in Azure or Amazon, whatever, sir, all the services are categorized as what? IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Three categories, and that's why this concept is called as public types. They are called as types of cloud models. They're models. So IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. All the services are categorized. Now, so virtual machine, VM concept. Who will build the virtual machine, sir? Microsoft will build. I'm talking about public clouds. If I go to Azure portal, just now I showed you, and I create a virtual machine, where will this virtual machine get created? In Microsoft data center? Yes or no?
Yes.
Which location, sir? You only look here. Location is I can choose the location, the country where I want. These are the options I have. I can choose in East Asia. Let me go to India, sir. India. West India, South. In India, there are, by the way, in India geography, there are three regions, sir. 3 regions. One is Pune, other one is Chennai, other one is coming up in Hyderabad soon. It was there in Mumbai, sir, but it was not Microsoft's own data center. They had a tie-up with Reliance. Now they are setting up their own data center in Hyderabad. So Hyderabad, Chennai, and Pune, 3 locations in India. So you can choose, and the moment you build the VM is built. So virtual machines come under what? Infrastructure. Compute comes under what? Infrastructure as a service. Why? Because hardware you have no control, storage you have no control, network you have no control, virtualization layer you have no control, only VM onwards, operating system onwards you have control. So any service, not only virtual machine, okay? We have, I'm so sorry, let me show you some other services, interesting one. Scale set. It's a very scale set. Under compute only you will see. Scale set. My eyes are bad or I'm not seeing it there. My eyes are bad or I'm not found it. Huh? So scale set is also one product. So what is scale set? I'll tell you later. Please have patience. I'll explain scale set. So scale set is also one product. Huh? There also you have virtual machines. It's kind of, and there also you have no control on hardware and all that. So this also comes under IaaS, where you have control from which layer, sir? Operating system onwards. So KD can install SQL Server, KD can install Oracle, KD can install DB2, KD can install MySQL, KD can install or anybody can install whatever they want, sir, because you have control from operating system onwards. That's called as IaaS. So we are going to learn IaaS starting next Saturday. And sir, PaaS means in PaaS, sorry, you don't have control on operating system, patching you can't do, backups you can't do, you can only access the database and the product. It can be database or it can be something else. In PaaS, you have control on data and application only. Application and data, only those 2 you can control. Rest all is controlled by Microsoft or Amazon. And last one, sir, SaaS. SaaS is nothing but a product. So whether you agree or not, all of you are using so many SaaS products. So many SaaS products you all are using, which are on cloud, sir. Zomato, Swiggy on daily basis. Zepto. Help me. Amazon Prime. Netflix.
So what about PhonePe and Paytm?
PhonePe. Thank you, sir. Paytm or whatever paying apps. And then 1 minute, sir. WhatsApp.
Gmail.
Gmail. Email services though. What is it, sir? I'm so sorry, I'm missing something. The Spotify, song music, Spotify. So every app that you are using, all are cloud apps, cloud specific applications only, sir. You might be using app on OTT on a TV, or you might be watching it on phone. It's your choice though. But sir, everything is a SaaS, software as a service. So what is in SaaS, sir? In SaaS, you don't have any control. Microsoft also doesn't have any control, sir. They have created a product. You can use the product. End user, sir. You will pay money for the subscription and use it. That's it. So SaaS, you and I don't work on much, sir. SaaS is not our job. So developers will build SaaS applications. So let's leave that part. So what is that we have to cover in the course now?
IaaS and PaaS.
IaaS and PaaS. PaaS also, sir, full control with Microsoft. Not with you, not with me. Very limited application and data. Infrastructure, we have more control. So we will be starting focusing on next week onwards on IaaS and PaaS exclusively. Any questions anybody has? Then with this, we will wrap up the class.
How to build a private cloud on Amazon?
So good point, sir. So if you want to build a private cloud on Amazon, first you need to talk to the sales team of Amazon or Microsoft. So talk to the sales team and say that I want a. So okay, can I show you an answer for that question?
Yes, please.
Okay, perfect. So for example, I want a physical server, sir. Physical server. So earlier that option was not there. You had to use virtual machines itself. Okay, sir. Let me show you. I forgot the Azure dedicated host. Can you see this, sir?
Yes.
Azure dedicated host provides physical. This option was not there earlier. Last 2 to 3 years, I think we have it. In the past, we did not have. Azure dedicated host provides physical servers that host one or more virtual machines. Again, it's also virtual machine, but you can get a physical host for yourself. And your server is dedicated to your organization and your workloads. So capacity isn't shared with other customers. It's all yours. So this way, Microsoft is giving services. So you need to talk to the sales team. Sales team will offer, okay, can I play? It's a 20-minute video, so too long, but I can show some glimpse of it. So your very own private cloud in Azure. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Dedicated hosts. Talk about your organization.
Yeah, see, something like this, if you say dedicated rack, let's say depending on how much money you're willing to invest, this complete rack will be of yours.
Okay.
That's it.
Got it.
So, but you need to talk to the sales team and they will tell you the costing, and then there will be agreements also, sir. Agreements, how much of uptime, how much of downtime, how much all these discussions and availability percentages, conversations, 9 eyes, how much you want, and depending on all that, the cost will be. And same service is available in AWS also.
So for this private network, support will come from Microsoft or our own self?
Hardware, no. Hardware, everything is Microsoft. It's there, but sir, we have to monitoring everything. We have to take care. And if you want them to do, they will do, but obviously they'll be charging you for that.
Yeah. Everything is money only.
Definitely.
Means support means I'm saying about the maintenance, like if you want to downtime and all, everything will take care by the Microsoft itself.
Sir, your choice, sir, because it's your server side, your control. You can do it on your own.
Yeah, sure.
Only thing is any hardware upgradations you want to do, that they will do. But till that time, it's completely your control.
I'm asking about upgradation and if you want to upgrade your servers.
hardware upgradation
No,
or
no,
virtual machine.
upgrade. Like our server is like 2012. So you want to upgrade the
You can do it. You can do it on your own.
Means
They will not
Microsoft also have will do, but you have to pay.
No, Microsoft will not do so, first of all, because it is a dedicated host you have purchased, completely your things only. Yes, of course, if you want Microsoft people to do, you have to hire a consulting team. Oh, it's a huge process. Hire a consulting team. They will come and give the analysis and all, and then they will deploy a person if you want. Microsoft will never do so. Microsoft has vendors. They will route you to the vendor. Microsoft will never do, because if you're talking
Yeah. Okay, yeah, go on, please.
No, I'm just saying that Microsoft will never do any kind of direct support to the customers. So if you're dedicated host, the host will be managed by them, anything around the host. But if you want the upgradation of operating system of virtual machines and everything, sir, Microsoft till now has never done. They have vendor associations and they will route you to a vendor. That vendor will help you.
So if any rack has been crashed and all, everything will be...
That they will take care. That's their job.
So again, you have to pay, or that is their responsibility to...
No. If a rack is crashed and some maintenance problems, that's their responsibility. That's why their agreements are written there, right? How much you know.
Sure, thank you. Same thing for Azure as well. I mean,
AWS also. Amazon calls it something, sir. 1 second. Amazon. One minute, sir. Amazon physical servers. That's dedicated host. Yeah, here it is. EC to dedicated host. Same thing, almost the same. Anyone? Any questions, sir?
Nowadays we are using some words like a database as service, code as service.
Yeah.
So are these part of PaaS?
Correct, sir. So actually, more terminology is more confusion. So yes, database it's all part of PaaS. See, so some people, I'll show this quickly. Everyone, please watch. It's a very important question Subha has asked. Nowadays, people are calling it as database as a service, DBAAS, DB. I don't know how to pronounce it, but database as a service. Huh? So, sir, if you go to databases, all these database services are there, right, sir? Whatever products are available here. People call it as database as a service. That's all. So actually, they all come under PaaS itself, technically under PaaS. So this is the broad categorization. Code as a service, sir. Code as a service. There are some code specific applications that you can services available. Those are code as a service. Other than that, really only 3 categories are there: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. SaaS is a product that you use. PaaS is something which you can control only application and data. IaaS is something you can control from operating system onwards. That's all. Mainly, we'll be learning IaaS and PaaS in this course. Okay. Then, sir, I will not stand between you and your breakfast, and plus you and your family time, personal time. So let's reconnect next Saturday. And please don't count this weekend. So this weekend was more of a warm-up and a connect. Jyoti has sent that message yesterday, Jyotishwar, right? So actually, it was running in my same mind. It's a movie dialogue from one of the movies for who will give holiday for that festival. So anyways, jokes apart, sir, but you all have sent me messages saying that we have to go to temple, we have some family commitments, can't join today. So that's why we went off on yesterday as a holiday. So, but anyways, it's okay. Let's count next week as our first weekend. This week was more of a warm-up, connect, start. Okay. Charan, the batch started.
Means the time was 6:30 to 9:15, correct?
So 6:30 to sharp 9:15. So I'll not cross beyond 9:15. 9:15 also why I'm taking a few minutes of buffer, but 6:30 to 9.
9:30 also not a problem.
I'll try my best not to, sir.
Because there might be lot of people.
If some discussions come up, something interesting going on, definitely yes, but not beyond 9:30 at any cost. 9:15 should be sufficient.
We can adjust our time. Evening time means.
So, but again, after 9, right? It's all like we have our space. That's the only reason I'm putting it. We are putting it in the morning, not to trouble you all in the morning. So, because I think some of you might be having night shifts. Whoever are in night shift, right? Please tell me. Friday, Saturday, I'll make sure that I'll be watching you continuously. I'll keep you on the camera. Of course, you'll have to be on the camera, but I can make sure, do my best to make sure that you're not sleeping. I'll do the best. That's my guarantee.
I think we people can also have some tea and all.
Absolutely. For today, off camera, I didn't know who is listening, who is not, but definitely from next week, sir, please let me know. Saturday morning when we start the class, who are from night shift, please let me know. I can put a special focus.
It's me, KD.
Done. Already on radar.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Then let's break for this week and let's reconnect next week, sir. Happy to have you all in the class, and few other friends might join. Jyoti, we didn't take your introduction this week. We'll take it next week. Giri, cricket time. You're not going today?
Happy Sunday.
No, KD. I have a data file migration.
Oh, okay, I'll go through. Okay, so happy Sunday, everyone. Oh, yeah, please go.
Working on 20 TB database.
Done. Good.
If everything goes wrong, definitely we need to put out the papers. That's it. Nothing in our hands.
Cross your finger.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. All the best then. Enjoy the rest of the day. Work for Giri, and rest all you have a great, delicious non-veg Sunday for all of you who are vegetarians. I'm so sorry. Talk to you next Saturday morning, same time, same place. Signing off 6:15 sharp. So please join.
Okay, but again, you have to make it means that big stuff.
Exactly. Hey, by the way, I'll share the curriculum in a while, sir. You can have
it. Sure.
And I'll publish the website also. Content will not open on the websites. I'll open it gradually, but you will see the course curriculum and everything on the website. I'll be sharing with you all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Talk to you all next Saturday, sir. Signing off. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all. Bye.